Hello English 11 students and welcome to the video for Quarter 3, Week 4, Day 1. This video is for those students who are absent from our live Zoom class. As a reminder, everything you say, do, or type is recorded, so please keep it school appropriate. And as always, there's no saving, downloading, or taking pictures of our class ever. If you take a look at our agenda for today, we are doing the Week 4 notebook time assignment, which uses the See, Think, Wonder, Connect framework that we used in the past to explore our common task. As a reminder, if you did not turn in the work for excerpts 1 through 3, you need to do that as soon as possible. You'll be using these excerpts to help you write your common task, which is a 200-point assignment, right? So now is your time to catch up. If you need help with that or just need some extra time getting it done and would like to do it with someone like Miss Deal and me, please attend student support after school or on Wednesday during our allotted time. You remember to use the same student support Zoom link to attend for me and to use Miss Deal's specific student support link if you would like to work with her. All right, so let's get started. So from our homepage, when you click on this week's dates, you'll see the item that says Week 4 Notebook Time Assignment. Please go ahead and open that up. When you open the assignment, it'll look like this, right? The directions at the top say view the material in the See, Think, Wonder, Connect box, then respond to the focus questions that you see here, right? The focus questions and then there's answers. So the material you were looking at is this article put together about what an opinion editorial or op-ed is. Okay, when you click on that hyperlink, it'll open another Google document that looks like this. You're going to read through that material and then answer these questions. Again, if you don't want to read through the material yourself, if you'd like to have the computer read it to you, you can use Google Read and Write to help you out with that. If you're still unsure on how to use that program, please let me or Miss Deal know and we'll help you out. Okay, so as you read through the article, right, you're going to place your answers underneath each of the questions. If you look at number 1, what do you see in the document? Or another way of asking it, what do you see with your mind's eye, right? What is happening in that mental movie when you read the text? Insert your answer there. Number 2, what do you think about what you see in the document, right? What words, phrases, or sentences seem interesting, confusing, and or powerful to you, and why? Right? You select that, you answer that question here where it says my answer. Number 3, what do you wonder? You'll notice that there are 2 bullet points for what do you wonder. You don't have to answer both of them if you don't want to. You can just pick one or the other. Okay, so one option is you can wonder about, what words in the text you don't know and how might they be important, or what is one thing that you wish that the text gave more information about and why. All right, once you've picked which one of those you're asking, right, or kind of writing about, make sure you put in your answer there. And then number 4, what connections can you make? Again, you don't have to answer both of these bullet points. You can just choose one or the other. But one option is, what connection can you make between this excerpt and yourself or your experiences? Another option is, what is another text that this excerpt reminds you of and why? Okay, and you'll put your answer there underneath those bullet points where it says my answer. If you get stuck or just need an idea of what are your responses supposed to be looking like, you can click on the Mr. Krause's sample response link. Okay, that'll take you to the bottom portion of the document, right, where I put in my own answers, okay, showing you just a little bit of an example of what these answers could look like. You don't copy my answers, obviously, right, because they're all personal, but you can look at my answers and then get an idea that might help you write your own. Okay, so at this time, please pause the video here and complete part 1 of the assignment. Once you're done answering questions 1, 2, 3, and 4, resume watching the video and I'll go over part 2. So please pause the video now. Okay, so now that you've finished part 1, let's move on to part 2. Part 2, it says, later this week, you will start writing an op-ed responding to an argument raised by one of the readings we have done this quarter in English 11. Review the text that we've read this quarter and answer the focus questions in the My Response box. Okay, so the text that we read this quarter are the excerpt from American Chica, the excerpt from We Were 8 Years in Power, and that poem that we took from Ink Knows No Borders, right? Frank's Nursery and Crafts. You only need to select one of these things to respond to when you're answering these questions. As a tip, right, if you click on these hyperlinks, it'll just go to blank versions of those excerpts, okay? But it might be better for you to actually open your own work yourself. That way you can look at your responses. They may help you with some of these questions here. The 3 questions you're going to respond to, right, is what point or message is the author trying to make in their text? Do you agree or disagree with the author, and why? And if you wrote an op-ed about the same topic as the author that you mentioned above, right, that you selected, what might you use as your evidence to support your opinion? Okay, so keep in mind, this is brainstorming, so it doesn't have to be something that you absolutely use later on, but I would like you to start thinking about what you want your op-ed to be about. If you look in my response area, right, I give you sentence stems to make this a little easier. So for example, let's pretend that I'm using something from We Were 8 Years in Power, okay, by Ta-Nehisi Coates. I'd say, the point or message that Ta-Nehisi Coates, right, insert the author's name, is trying to make in We Were 8 Years in Power, or excerpt from We Were 8 Years in Power, is, and I'd finish the rest of the sentence. For the next part, it says, I agree/disagree with the author, right? Delete the word that you don't need and keep the one that you want. So if I agree, I agree with the author because, or I disagree with the author because. Okay, pick one or the other and delete the one you don't need. Then the last part. If I wrote my op-ed about the same topic as, insert the author again. For me, that was Ta-Nehisi Coates. Same topic as Ta-Nehisi Coates. I would use blank to support my opinion because, right? Is it a personal experience? Is it a story that you read somewhere else? Is it another article that you explored about that same topic? A conversation you had with somebody, etc. Right? Again, this is all personal and it's up to you. Please pause the video here and complete that section of the assignment. Okay. So once you've completed part 1 and part 2, you just need to make sure that you turn in the week 4 notebook time assignment before 3 p.m. on Wednesday to get the maximum amount of points for your work. If you have any questions or need help, Ms. Deal and I are available during student support after school from 2:45 to 3:15, and we'll also be available on Wednesday for the academic check-in. I'll be available from 10:30 to 10:50. Use the student support link to come see me. Ms. Deal will have her student support link open the entire day. Okay, so whenever you need to get to her on Wednesday, just click on her Zoom link and she can help you out then. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in class soon.